So following on from yesterday's grid multiplication lesson, you should be now familiar with how to use the grid. So I'm just going to recap quickly before we move on to introducing 3-digit numbers into the grid. So you can see here, example 1, I've got 25 times 23. So again, I'm going to partition those numbers. So I'm going to partition the 25 up here, and then I'll partition the 23 down here. So again, just like before, in this first box here, I need to multiply 20 by 20, because that's where they meet, which is 400. And then in this box to the right, 20 times 5, which is 100. And then bottom left, 3 times 20, or 20 times 3, which is 60. And then the last is 3 times 5, which is 15. If I add all of those together, I get 575. Give you a bit of time. Second recap example, 45 times 18. So here I am partitioning the two numbers. And again, 40 times 10 is 400. 5 times 10 or 10 times 5 is 50. This bottom one here, well, I know that 4 times 8 is 32, so 40 times 8 is 320, and 8 5s are 40. And if I add all those together, what I've seen some people do, which is absolutely fine, is they've either been going down, okay, so they've added 400 and 320 to get 720, 50 and 40 is 90, and then they've added them together like that. That's fine. Okay, whatever method you use, if it gives you the right answer every single time, keep using it. So what we're going to move on to now is multiplying a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. But the method we use is exactly the same. So I'm going to partition this 145, and then I'll partition 16. So again, I need to fill in all my boxes. So the first box, 100 times 10, 1000. 40 times 10, 400. 5 times 10, or 10 times 50. 10 times 5 is 50. And then do exactly the same down here. And then I need to add all these together. So again, this time I'm going to go across. So I'm going to add 1,450 together to get 1,450. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom, which is 870. And if I add those together, my answer is 2,320. So it's the exact same method as a 2-digit multiplied by a 2-digit, except we've obviously got an extra column because we've got hundreds now in one of our numbers. So these are the questions that I would like you to do using the grid multiplication method. Once again, pause here. Either write them down if you want or print them out, or like I said, pause and use the screen, but be careful it doesn't switch itself off. So pause now, have a go, and then press play when you want to go through the answers. Okay, so going through the answers. A was 592, B was 810, C was 966, D was 1,767, E was 1,860, F 2,992, G 4,008, H was 2,109, I was 5,535, and the last one, J, was 4,342. So well done for having a go at those, and I'll see you tomorrow.